Hello guys, what is going on, and welcome to this Road to Extreme Rules edition of WWE 13 Universe. This past week on Raw saw the tag team champions, the new tag team champions, Primo and Epico in action against Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre. As we saw on the last episode from last week, Epico and Primo picked up the titles against Kofi and Primo. So the match got started. Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, they got going with some amazing teamwork, and things went from bad to worse for the new tag team champions. Primo knocked off the apron by Slater, causing McIntyre to finish off Epico with a massive future shock DDT, resulting in Slater and McIntyre picking up the win. It definitely isn't the start that Primo and Epico wanted to their tag title run. 2 weeks ago, Kane left his partner Daniel Bryan to fend for himself, and ever since, Kane has just popped out of nowhere, attacking Bryan. Will we ever get an explanation from Kane? As Raw continued on, we saw the return of the arrogant Y2J, Chris Jericho, the best in the world at what he does. He went head to head with the show-off, Dolph Ziggler, accompanied to the ring by his girlfriend AJ Lee. Last week we saw Ziggler pick up a huge win against John Cena, and Ziggler again looked to make a massive statement against Chris Jericho. Speaking of last week, AJ Lee interfered in the match between Dolph Ziggler and John Cena, and she got herself booted from ringside, but it was just enough to see Ziggler pick up the win against Cena. So does she continue the same this week? Jericho looked to end the match early, locking in the walls of Jericho for the first time of the match. Will Dolph Ziggler tap, or will he get to the rope? With the walls of Jericho locked in tightly, it was such a struggle for Dolph Ziggler, but somehow he found the strength to power out. Ziggler became Jericho's punch bag as Jericho hit Ziggler with the Codebreaker, and then adding insult to injury, he locks in the walls of Jericho once again, but AJ Lee getting up onto the ring apron. We saw this last week when Dolph Ziggler took on John Cena, and AJ Lee got up onto the ring apron, distracting the referee. Dolph Ziggler looking as though he's tapping, almost at breaking point, but again he powers out. And here comes Dolph Ziggler yet again with that infamous headlock, where he comes down and powers and cinches that headlock in even more. He gets his signature, and he hits Jericho with shades of Billy Gunn with the Fameasser, and Dolph Ziggler picks up the win, beating Jericho. That's 2 ex-champions now that he has beaten in a row. This is an amazing run for Dolph Ziggler. Up next is Rey Mysterio versus the Intercontinental Champion The Miz, who last week found out on SmackDown he will be facing Christian for his title at Extreme Rules. Now, after Christian had picked up the win against Jinder Mahal, Miz got into the ring. It looked like he was going to congratulate Christian, but no, he attacked him from behind. Will Christian get his own back, or will he wait till Extreme Rules to get his revenge on The Miz and maybe pick up the title? Well, as The Miz made his way to the ring, Christian returned the favour from The Miz from SmackDown last week and attacked him from behind, chucking him in the ring for Rey Mysterio, who dominates the match. That was such a setback for The Miz after Christian attacked him, and Mysterio was just allowed to walk all over The Miz. Things are getting incredibly heated between The Miz and Christian as they just keep attacking each other from behind. Mysterio goes for the pin after that onslaught of quick maneuvers. Miz kicks out too, and all of a sudden Miz comes out of nowhere and nails Mysterio with the skull-crushing finale. Goes for the cover, and The Miz picks up the win. Such a huge win for The Miz, putting that attack earlier from Christian behind him and coming out on top against Rey Mysterio. He is the Intercontinental Champion, and he is awesome. Well, for the main event of Monday Night Raw, the WWE Champion CM Punk was set to go head to head against John Cena. What a match it was going to be.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds, the
What a match it was going to be before Cena was attacked by this guy all in black again, as we saw last week after he got his head slammed through that car window. CM Punk then took it on himself to go outside the ring, go under the ring, and bring out a steel chair. Punk looking to shorten Cena's career, placing his foot inside that steel chair, and Ryback, who we saw last week on Monday Night Raw at the start, he was unconscious. We didn't know who had attacked him, but I think this gives us a pretty good idea who did. Well, that was the end of Monday Night Raw. We move on to Friday Night SmackDown, and kicking things off was Antonio Cesaro going head to head with Sin Cara.
From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds, Sin Cara.
Cesaro's just pure dominance. What a massive European uppercut delivered to Sin Cara, and then he finishes off Sin Cara with the neutralizer. If Antonio Cesaro keeps on winning like this, then no doubt he will be facing The Miz next for the Intercontinental Championship, or maybe even Christian if Christian manages to pick up the win at Extreme Rules. Speaking of Christian, the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, he was in action against the bare-knuckle brawler Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett is also amongst some of the contenders looking to pick up the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe if he picks up the win here against Christian, maybe that'll put him in good stead for a shot at the title. It's becoming a bit of a habit now. It's either Christian attacking The Miz or it's The Miz attacking Christian. The Miz on Friday Night SmackDown attacked Christian before his match, maybe getting inside the head of Christian, but Wade Barrett hits Wasteland, goes for the cover, and picks up the win. What a huge win. Whether it be Christian or The Miz, Wade Barrett doesn't care. He's going to be coming for that Intercontinental belt. Well, for the main event of Friday Night SmackDown, Randy Orton, the #1 contender for Sheamus' World Heavyweight Championship, teams up with Sheamus to face The Big Show and Alberto Del Rio. Last week on Friday Night SmackDown, Sheamus went head to head with Wade Barrett. He won the match, and when he was celebrating, Randy Orton took the opportunity, jumped into the ring, and as soon as Sheamus turned around, the Viper struck and hit Sheamus with the RKO. So the question that remained in the balance was, could Randy Orton and Sheamus coexist as a tag team to face Alberto Del Rio and The Big Show?
Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. And their opponent, introducing first, standing 7 feet tall, weighing 441 pounds, The Big Show. Damas y caballeros, en el camino hacia el cuadrilátero, él es la razón por cada miembro del universo de la WWE, Alberto Del
everything was just going fine between Orton and Sheamus, and then Orton all of a sudden decided to get into the ring, turns Sheamus round and hits him with a huge right-hander, leaving Sheamus to fend for himself in a handicap match between Del Rio and the Big Show. We saw this with Daniel Bryan and Kane. It seems to be happening quite a lot at the moment. Big Show clamps his huge hand round Sheamus' neck and slams him down into the floor with a massive choke slam. Big Show on a comeback though, as Sheamus did look promising, but it's a 2-on-1 handicap and the numbers are going to catch up with Sheamus eventually. Big Show with all of his weight behind that running crossbody. Sheamus somehow, someway manages to kick out at 2. Del Rio and Big Show using the tag effectively, working on Sheamus, bringing him down. Nice double team maneuver there from Del Rio and Big Show with a lariat and a spear. Big Show goes for the cover and gets a 3 count. They pick up the win, beating the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus, who was left by Randy Orton to fend for himself. For the past 2 weeks now on SmackDown, the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus has been left in the middle of the ring, staring up at the lights, and it's not looking good. Here's Randy Orton leaving the arena, full of confidence, as we get closer to Extreme Rules. Guys, as always, I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching.